Welcome to the Emporium Outdoors. My name is Michael, and today I have Esme and Simon with me, my two dogs. In this video we do some rapid setup truck camping with the TETON XXL quick tent for an overnight camp, and you're all welcome to come along and join us. Esme, can we show up on your new haircut? Your new haircut. So we're all set up in the TETON XXL outfitter tent, quick tent. I've got the TETON cot and the TETON mattress inside as well. I'll put links in the description to all the products. But it's very quick overnight. Fortunately I couldn't make it out for the whole weekend this weekend. But we have LL Bean quilt. This is actually my bottom quilt, underquilt, my hammock, quick pillow, and we have the dogs blanket as well to keep them warm. It's a little buggy, but it doesn't look too bad. And I'm going to put my fire down there. So I think the next thing, let's get a fire going. So today's just a quick overnight camp. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare and I've got to leave pretty much in the morning, so it's all about convenience. The fire starting was a bit of a cheat. The bugs were eating me alive and I just had to get a fire going. Sometimes it's just like that. So fire's lit, bugs are starting to dissipate a little bit. I've got two dogs with me today. I have Esme, obviously everyone knows Esme right there. And there's also Simon as well. Simon's been with us for about 3 years, I think. All our dogs are rescue dogs. And I'm going to be bringing Simon out more with some of the videos. Probably not in the winter because he's an older dog. And he has some medical problems that he's not as robust as Esme is. So I wouldn't put him through that. But Simon! Simon! Here he comes. Hello, Simon. Good boy. Good boy. You say hello. It's hot. This is Simon. He was a stray that they found in Saskatchewan. He was living rough. I'll show you a picture of how that looks. And we've had him for about 3 years. Unfortunately, someone shot him in his right hand rear leg, and he still has kind of, looks like 22 fragments in his knee, and it looks like someone broke his jaw and probably his pelvis as well. So pretty much abused, but he has a very charmed life now, especially with his little friend Esme. Unfortunately, I haven't been making videos the last few weeks. We lost one of our other dogs, George, who we'd had for about 4 years. He was an older dog too. He's probably, we think maybe got up to about 15 or 16 in age, and his quality of life just really started to go downhill. He's in a lot of pain, so we decided to put George to sleep, send him on his way, and it was very hard to deal with. So that's why I haven't been making videos recently. I've just been feeling sorry for myself, I guess. But I have been reading all the comments on all the other videos, which is really great. I love the comments. That's the main reason I make these videos. So it's not going to be a spectacular video. It's going to be me hanging around with my camp cot. We're just out for the evening, like I said. But I think we're going to have a pretty good time. I've got some things I want to cover as well. So probably, I'm not sure if I'm going to combine it with this video or make a separate video. It's time I did a review of these Fall Raven Vita Pro trousers. I've had them for about a year now, so I think I've got enough experience to give you an opinion on these very expensive trousers. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll do it in this video or kind of spit it out as a separate thing. But either way, you're welcome to join me for the evening around the campfire. I've got a couple of beers that I'm gonna drink. I'm just gonna relax and got some cooking to do, which should be good. Some interesting cheese. So one thing I did pick up recently is this old-timer 240T, which is like a whittling or woodworking jack, I guess. I looked at two models. This is the cheaper of the two. There's a flex cut version of this. But I went for this to see whether I'd like it before I spent the $100+ for the flex cut. It has a series of tools, has 6 tools. I've used it to cut a few things recently, but nothing to actually make anything. But it looks pretty handy. I haven't sharpened it. I can see the grinding marks in the factory, which is fine. And over a period of time, if you actually hone this with a leather strop, they'll disappear. It'll become like chrome after a while, which is what you want. So I might spend some time this evening sharpening it, but it's doing a good job of removing this wood. So what I picked up for supper is some halloumi cheese, and I first discovered this when I was back in my military days. I was in Cyprus for a while, and it's a Cypriot cheese, I believe. Yep, Cyprus. And this is amazing cheese. It's a grillable cheese or broilable cheese, and when you cook it, it doesn't melt. It becomes kind of roasted. It's great for barbecues and cooking outside. It's a little bit salty, and it squeaks when you eat it. So when you bite it between your teeth, it's but I'll show you that in a second. So it looks like the halloumi's done. Has this. Well, it's pretty black, but charcoaly. Find a good bit. That's a good piece. Squeak. It's a really good camping food. Keeps really well, and it grills perfectly. Nice appetizer. So I brought a couple of beers with me from home. This is the Strongbow. This is like a English cider. It's very dry. I don't think a lot of people like it. It's not the greatest cider, but probably about the best I can find where I live. Compared to southern parts of England, Somerset for instance, they make some of the most amazing ciders. This is very kind of chemically, but it's very dry, which I like. So I love soup for outdoor trips. It's extremely light to carry. Just add water, which you can normally filter or carry with you, and it makes a very filling meal. I really like this spoon that I made a couple of videos ago. It's actually it's worked out really well for soups. It's kind of a deep spoon. The good thing is the edges of the spoon don't burn your lips with it being wood if the soup's too hot. Well, I'm going to eat the rest of my soup, and then I think I'm going to take a walk with the dogs and do some exploring. So I'll see you in a few minutes after my soup. So it's starting to wind down for the evening. The sun's set and some of the bugs are still out, but the squirrels are coming alive, and we can hear a few of the owls as well, which is nice. And I can still see this great vista of the meadow, so maybe we'll see a couple of deer if we're quiet enough. Probably not with the fire because they can smell it, so maybe not. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. You can see little Simon. He's pretty happy, I think. Having a good time, Simon? Esme's just down here as well. She's more interested in the squirrel. So it's pretty late now, and sun's gone down. All the dogs are Simon fallen asleep, and so am I. Got most of the bugs out of the tent, which is good. And yeah, I think I'm gonna listen to a bit of music and probably fall asleep in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It's been a long week. The moon is just rising behind you, and it looks pretty amazing already, so see if I can get that for you. Well, we had a very good night's sleep, that's for sure. I literally fell asleep in one spot and woke up in exactly the same spot. And that's how much of a good sleep it was. There's me somewhere down there. Simon. Very comfortable. The setup is very good. It's obviously heavy. It's a truck camping setup or vehicle setup, but it's very quick to put up, and it's very nice to sleep in. Cold. So I think they're moving some heavy equipment in this morning. I can hear some big machinery moving around, which is about 7 o'clock. So it's kind of shattered my peace and tranquility. But I guess people got to earn a living.
I think we're probably going to get out of here pretty soon. With the heavy equipment and the bugs, this is not a good place for breakfast. But the meadow does look beautiful behind me. So with the machinery noise in the background destroying the tranquility, I'll call it a day, I think. We're gonna have my cup of tea and pack up, and we'll be on our way. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and until next time, take care.